and welcome back. My name is Jen. I garden in Pennsylvania, Zone 6B. And today we're going to talk all about a garden design secret that I stumbled across 5 years ago that was a complete game changer in how my gardens came together. A beginner gardener can use this technique. A seasoned gardener can use this technique. It doesn't matter what your style preference is. This technique works for everyone across the board. So what is this gardening design hack that I came across 5 years ago? In 2020, I declared the garden year of, and then I filled in the blank as to what I wanted to focus on that particular year to build the garden of my dreams. Make sure that you stay until the end of this video where I'm going to share what my garden year of is for the 2025 growing season. I don't know about you, but when you go to a garden center, I used to just buy everything, get all distracted, didn't really have a plan. Even though I thought I had a plan, I really didn't. But once I started this garden year of method, I still was able to go and buy all the pretty things, but I also had a focus. I had a specific thing that year I was going to purchase again and again and again to help build and grow my garden to make it a more cohesive environment. In 2020, when I created this garden method, it was like a big aha moment for me. If I chose a specific landscape design element that I wanted to include into my gardens and focused on that particular thing for the year, I was hoping that my overall landscape design would come together faster. And sure enough, using this technique, it did. It really helps you drill down a specific goal or feeling to enhance your personal garden space. And that's what I was lacking. I was lacking people seeing my property and going, oh, that's Jen's garden. I wanted to pull in a specific style, and using this technique really helped me focus and drill down to getting specific things that I needed in the garden to make my gardening oasis a reality. Please click that red subscribe button down below. It helps me out tremendously and it's free for you. Thank you so much for subscribing. Plus, you don't want to miss any of my future uploads because this is going to be quite a year. There's a lot going on outside that I am planning. So it's going to be an epic busy year. So in 2020, I declared the garden year of trees. We live on 2 acres of land, and even though there is not a lot of tree structure on the property, putting trees on the property due to our well, due to our septic, due to the house, the foundation, all that stuff, it's a lot easier said than done. But I wanted to add trees to the property, so in the year 2020, we went to the garden center and I purchased 7 different trees. In 2021, my garden year of was shrubs. I went to the garden center and I bought all the types of shrubs, evergreen, deciduous. I was buying them all, but I wanted that shrub structure in my gardens. And by buying them on sale, I saved a lot of money, but I purchased over a dozen shrubs that I placed within all of my gardens. And then I started to see how everything was starting to come together. The trees, the shrubs, I was getting more of the garden oasis that I was trying to achieve back in 2012 when I started gardening. It just really started pulling everything together. 2022 was the year of adding a flower bed along the fence going down along the property line. I just wanted to fill in that area so the whole fence line had gardens going all along them. It was a pretty small project and it didn't take us too long to do, but it really did make a big difference. And in the future, it's gonna make an even bigger difference because I'm going to be landscaping that whole backyard area. There's going to be pathways, there's going to be a seating area. So this was just the first step in a long-term goal. So let's flip up to 2023. This was the garden year of a pathway. I wanted a pathway in my backyard. So because I wanted to add some interest into the garden and have a little pathway, that's when we got the boulders to do the raised beds. And we filled those raised beds with shrubs and perennials. I had a sweet little walking path going down along the one side of the raised bed. And then on the other side of the raised beds, we have a larger path, and that's the path that the tractor goes on. So I actually got 2 paths instead of 1, but I absolutely love how this area turned out. I think it is so sweet, and I cannot wait to add more pathways going forward. 2024 was the garden year of filling everything in. Because the year before we did such a major project, and it did take from March until the end of October to get the pathways and the raised beds completed, I wanted to just take some time and to fill in my flower beds. So I spent all of my time, energy, and money in current beds instead of creating new beds and just filling in any empty spots that I needed. Now what I did was I referred back to my other garden year of, and I implemented some of those things into my garden. So I was buying a lot more trees, a lot more shrubs. I was throwing some perennials and annuals in there, but I was still pulling from my original vision of having a cottage garden into my backyard living space. Let's talk about how you can implement the garden year of method into your landscape, whether it be a big 2 to 3 acre property, a new build property with nothing but grass, or even if you just have a little balcony area, you can use this technique as well. Just pick a theme for the year and roll with it. So let me give you some examples of some garden year ofs. If you have a large space, you can do a garden year of evergreens. You can do a garden year of focal points. Do a garden year of outdoor structures. You can do a garden year of a pond. Anything that you want to implement into your landscape to make it your own, use this method and it will help you focus and get to the end result faster. Let's say you don't really know where to start. You're not even sure what your design idea is or where you want to go. Let's just say that you like things that smell good. Why not do a garden year of fragrance? And all the plants that you are buying and putting into your landscape or into your containers have a beautiful fragrance. And adding that fragrance just enhances the 5 senses of being outside by getting that beautiful different perfume smells throughout the season. Let me give you an example of a beginner versus or experienced gardener. Let's say you want to do a garden year of irrigation. Well, as a beginner gardener, you don't want to spend a ton of money on irrigation, all of the stuff that goes along with an irrigation system. Let's just say you have a little plot that you're going to grow some tomatoes and peppers and maybe some marigolds in. For a beginner, your garden year of irrigation would be getting maybe like a retractable hose reel and installing that into your property to make it easier for you to water your plants. And as a more advanced gardener, the garden year of irrigation would entail you adding in a whole automated drip irrigation system that runs on a timer, that you do not have to do any maintenance on other than just maintain and make sure that your water is flowing properly through all your different emitters. I have thought really long and really hard this winter as to what my 2025 The Garden Year of is going to be for Sunny Shale Gardens. I kept bouncing back and forth, but I finally came to the conclusion that the one thing that I need to focus and I need to add more of to my property overall, front yard, backyard, side yard, even on the deck, is evergreens. I need some more stately evergreen structure on my property. So 2025 is going to be the garden year of evergreens. Oh, I'm so excited. I can't even wait. Let me know down below, what is your garden year of? And let me know how it goes. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye.